Hello, my audience on 88.9 FM. Today I got a young guest here. Even though he looks like a very younger person. He is the finalist of a Wyndham Business Award 2025. And there is a big story behind his win and success. And then we will go through all those things. Before that, I'm gonna do a bit of like a live as well, so that people who are away from the radio can see as well. So if you want to see live, please go through our Facebook page and then find out what is happening. So today's guest is the finalist of our Wyndham Business Award in the new and emerging category, Jawwad Khan. So let's see and hear from him. Who is he? What is he doing? So welcome, Jawwad, to our wonderful show. And thank you for coming. I know that you got some family commitments, but you made it. So thank you for that. Can you share a little bit about your business first? Because the first time that we met, I asked, "What's your business?" And then you mentioned that MyCloud services.
Correct. Yeah.
The second question I asked, "Oh, is this some cloud computing, or is it an IT company? What are you doing?" But the name is really picky, but you're doing something robotics related. So tell me about your business first, and then I'll go back to your life story.
Sure.
Mhm.
First of all, thank you so much for having me, Bismi.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure to be here. And also, let us know the audience that
Yeah.
you are also one of the finalists, right? So
Yeah,
that's
we
very
are. So we are the radio station is also one of the finalists for social impact category. And then Javad is also, so we are not competing each other. We are in a separate category, but it's a great win that we are coming into that top four in Wyndham Council for this year. So it's already a win. So first of all, congratulations for both of us. All
thank you
right.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Yep. So you know what? That a lot of people say that I can't introduce a business
Yeah.
because it's so difficult for me to say what do I do.
Okay.
I'm really good at saying where do I do it and how do
Uh-huh.
I do it, but what is the biggest problem? So
Okay.
I have written a few lines.
Okay,
I'm going
just
to
go
read it.
for it.
Yes. So hi, my name is Jawwad Khan, an entrepreneur, dreamer, and problem solver at heart. I'm the founder of MyCloud Services and AgRobot. Don't
Mm-hmm.
forget that. Where we bring robotics, AI, and innovation into industries that need it the most,
Mm-hmm.
from warehouses to farms. My journey has been anything but linear, but every step has been driven by a single belief that technology can be achieved. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do not know about my cloud services, what you usually do, you will go and then check the website, right? So you may not know fully understand what's happening. But this young guy, what he did after having his degree from a university in Australia, he was picking up a great dream of his father, I would say. But the story is there. I will take you there. But before that, if you think this My Cloud Computer is a business, I just want to check with him how he can help you in that business. And then you heard farmers in that, right? Yeah, that's the Melbourne's west side. We support farmers. Without farmers, Australia can't really eat broccoli. That's what I usually say. So one of the favorite vegetables. So let me ask, what is he doing with his robotic mindset? So what are you really doing in my cloud services with that robotics?
So thank you so much for bringing up my father's story. This is one of the first times that I'm sharing the story, and not a
Mm.
lot of people know.
Yeah,
So when I was 12 to 13 years old, my father was a very successful businessman,
yeah,
but I've seen him completely tremble down and start losing some of his clients, and I see him fail the business
yeah.
and go bankrupt.
Mm.
Uh, with that thing, I have learned a lot. So I think his failure was preparing me to be a successful businessman and
Mm.
also a family person, both together at the same time. So I had this in my mind that I need to do something. I need to be an entrepreneur. I need to start creating jobs and ensure that it's also sustainable
Mm.
for not just for my generation, but also for the next coming generations as
Mm.
well. And I picked Australia for that. And Australia is a place where anyone can come here and explore their dreams and achieve. So MyCloud Services was first started. as an idea of an IT company.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my co-founders, so we decided to provide IT cloud services.
Yeah.
And one of my co-founders left the company
Mm-hmm.
in the first few weeks, leaving only me as the
Mm-hmm.
sole owner. And then I didn't know a lot about cloud services, but I did had a lot of business acumen at that
Mm-hmm.
point of time. So I thought, all right, let me do something that I actually know.
Mm-hmm.
I did not want to give away the name
Yeah.
because I had to spend a couple of $1,000s on
To
it.
get that trademark.
Exactly. And then I just didn't want to give away the name, and I wanted to take some time to come up with a new name.
Mm-hmm.
But over a course of time that I've started my business 1.5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
MyCloud services kind of became a trademark because people come to me and say, "Hey, it's MyCloud services, and you provide cloud services,
Okay.
and I think it's IT service, and I think you'll be doing a good job."
Mm-hmm.
And that gives me so generally, as a founder, you only have a few minutes to explain what you do,
Mm-hmm.
but people go crazy and they want to hear my story, saying, "All right, you do robotics. What's your name is actually doing with robotics, right? It's different, and
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't resonate with what you do. Can you talk more?" And that's how sometime I made a few clients as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do at MyCloud Services is we provide warehouse automation
Mm-hmm.
using robotics.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
So that's supply chain and logistics sector.
Mm-hmm.
We go into warehouses, we do the assessments, we ensure that they are using the right softwares needed, and we use the robotics there.
Mm-hmm.
And also to add to that point, why do we use robotics? Why do we need robotics when we
Mm-hmm.
have people? Is it taking away people's
Mm-hmm.
jobs? Or are we doing something? Are we leveraging technology to assist the customers and not actually taking away the jobs?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we talk about the landscape, the size is limited,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to ensure that you used you use the land effectively and very concisely.
Yeah.
So if there is a warehouse in Sydney, you can't expect the space to be growing as you grow your sales,
Yeah.
right? And that's where you introduce robotics
Mm-hmm.
inside the warehouse so that you can work more efficiently with robotics and
Mm-hmm.
also with the people working
Mm-hmm.
inside the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm just thinking when you talk about this robotic, my thought actually gone to the big Costco warehouse. Yeah, because when we go to Costco, like there are lots of piles going up higher, and then people needs to take that big crane sort of thing and then take from there and here. So are you helping that type of work to through a robotic machine, or are you planning are you helping this business to plan the best way to move around the different things? Because I'm just thinking from a normal customer point of view, not a technology person.
Correct. To make a layman's understand,
Mm,
we do everything end to end.
yeah.
Let's say someone is already using robotics.
Mm,
Someone might not know anything about robotics and how
mm,
do we use them. They have already warehouses and they
mm,
want to utilize this technology because
yeah.
it's now everywhere. Like people are talking about robotics everywhere and
Yeah.
AI as well, right?
Mm,
So we go to their warehouses and we assess their warehouses,
yep.
see that if they actually can use robotics,
Mm,
and if we can use, where do we actually deploy the robotics?
mm,
And we have to also ensure security and compliance as well.
mm,
So both people, the pickers and packers and the laborers and the robots have
mhm.
to work hand in hand,
Yep.
right, inside the warehouse. So we ensure that sync
Mm,
of working with
yeah.
machines, and we deploy robotics
Mm-hmm.
with different applications,
Yep.
and that's all we do.
Okay, so I'm just thinking about another example. Like these days in the hotels, there is a robotic, like a tray will come and then
Yeah.
they deliver the food. And then recently I saw in Dubai, like if you order groceries, the robotic table will come on in front of your door and then they will deliver. Is that part of your like a vision as well, or is that something that you're doing for the warehouse?
So that's exactly what I
Mm,
wanted to speak about as well. So we wanted to explore all categories
mm,
and capture the market
yeah.
in every category. And that's why we also stepped into the agriculture world as well,
Mm,
so that it's not only about it's not only about
the
serving it to
warehouse or anything. Yeah.
serving it to the farmers, but also ensuring that this is a long-term vision that I have,
Mm,
that I wanted to bring in robotics and ensure that it's delivered properly.
mm,
And once once we capture the market for warehouses and supply chain and agriculture, we
Hmm.
want to move into other areas as well.
Domestic side of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about your story and journey about your agricultural world. And then you mentioned that you started something recently, and then that's about trees. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I got married in 2020.
Mm,
So I left Australia for some time being
hmm.
during COVID, but then I came back in 2022.
Yeah.
So when my wife came here, she was feeling a lot lonelier,
Hmm.
and she wanted people to speak to. And
Yep.
Melbourne was not the place at that time because people were just coming out of their
Out of
home.
the lockdown.
Correct, and people were already fed up, right? And then
Yes.
it did not work out with my wife, and she
Yeah.
wanted people to speak to. So we decided to move to Bendigo,
Hmm.
which is 150 kilometers from the place I
Yeah.
live now. And it's a completely different vibe.
Hmm.
We knew all our neighbors, we
Hmm.
knew the society. It was fine. So I worked in Actic for some time.
Yeah.
Then I got to know some pain points and about agriculture. It wasn't on purpose that I got introduced to agriculture, but it was just that for my personal decision, I just got to move there, and then I got introduced to this beautiful, amazing
Hmm.
business domain that I thought I would do something in this area. Right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's also rewarding,
Mm.
not just in terms of the monetary side of, but
Mhm.
also it gives a lot of purpose to your soul as
Yeah.
well. It gives me a lot of happiness when I see people reaching out to me and saying I'm doing really good work
Yeah.
on the ag tech space. That's very rewarding. Yeah.
Mm. So you started that giving back to community program about that seeding our trees and pushing our Wyndham into a beautiful green place. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the story started when I was one of the finalists for Winnovation pitch competition,
Oh,
and I
okay.
pitched this idea, and luckily there were a few farmers,
Yeah.
and there was Walter as well, who is Wyndham's deputy ex-mayor,
Mm-hmm.
2017 and 18.
Mm-hmm.
He runs a program called Canopy Accelerator, and he
Mm-hmm.
said, "Hey, why cannot we leverage this technology
Mm-hmm.
in the space of volunteering work,
Mm-hmm.
right? There are areas which are carbon affected and methane affected areas,
Mm-hmm.
and we can leverage robotics to reduce the carbon and methane footprints in very big area."
Mm-hmm.
And I was completely smitten with his words, and I was like, all right, let us book in some time to meet.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were only two people at that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to 8 months, now we have got seven people,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a guy who traveled from Japan to be part of this initiative,
Mm-hmm.
and we would be using robotics. It would start from
Yeah.
Wyndham, and we have took this opportunity as a very important responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
and we would also be talking to other corporates as well, so that
Yeah.
they could also contribute a bit, yeah, in this space,
Mm-hmm.
um, to be part of the sustainability program that we are
Mm.
trying
Okay,
to
so
try
is
to.
that how do we be part of that program? Is it like anybody interested can join, or how do we engage?
Yes. So you can reach out to me on LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
or you can message me or email me at
Mm-hmm.
admin at mycloudservices.com.au if
Mm-hmm.
you would like to be a part of the program. We have still not decided how we are going to reach out to the general public
Yeah.
about volunteering work.
Mm-hmm.
It's still in a very
Early
early
stages.
stages, and then obviously we will come up with a plan,
Mm-hmm.
full end-to-end plan how we're going to execute it, and
Mm.
yeah, stay tuned to the updates.
Great. So I'm coming back to your life story. You mentioned about your wife and then going back to India during COVID time, got married, came back and felt lonely and then homeless and gone to Bendigo. And then you were talking highly about your wife. Tell me her name and then what is she doing?
My wife's name is Roshnara,
Uh-huh.
and Roshan in my language means light
Mm,
or ray of hope. Is what her name actually means, and she truly resonates with her name,
mm,
right? And uh, I truly believe that it's not your professional life
mm-hmm,
that needs to the personal life that needs to complement your professional life, the other
mm.
way around.
Yeah.
So personal life is very important. And when I left Australia in 2020 during COVID due to loneliness, I was doing really good with my career. But I was also missing my family. And at that time, I was engaged. So at that time, she was my fiance, and I
Mm,
was missing her a lot. And instead of not sure about when I'm going to go back
Mm.
and come back and rejoin hands together. I decided to
Mm.
leave everything
Yeah.
because it was my choice to
Mm.
leave, and not that was imposed onto me.
Mm.
When I left Australia, I went back. I came back again.
Mm-hmm.
When we got back to Australia, the first I was jobless and I was trying to find a job. That's when I got to know my wife's pregnant and
Mm.
her situation worsened, and then I had to leave my job as well.
Yeah.
That's when, uh, because I had to balance, I have to take care of her
Mm-hmm.
health, is where I decided that the job, the 9 to 5 will not work for me because I need to cater
Be with her.
to the 9 to 5 hours, and
Mm.
if something would happen, then I might not be able to forgive myself. So to take care of her, I thought probably let's do something that I can do,
Mm.
and that's how my cloud services was born.
Mm.
And then I was able to secure a few clients from Europe,
Mm.
some one of the biggest jewelry luxury company in the world, and then followed by then in the next few months, I was able to secure a few large clients in Australia.
Mm, great. So I would say, like, you were giving priority to your family, to your wife, looking after her. And then while she was sleeping, you were working and then finding out your multinational companies, or maybe the countries in the other side of the world who are active during our nighttime. And then you started this idea of your own business. And
Yeah,
then now with I know that she's very active, and then I met her during our finalist celebration,
yeah,
and then you were the youngest couple in that celebration. And then
yeah.
you mentioned that you got a vision to retire at some age. Tell me about that. What's your
Yeah,
vision?
I mean, this could come across as being very pompous or arrogant,
Mm.
but I do want to believe that I need to retire by the age of 35.
Yes. How
Um,
old are you now? Five
32
years.
years old.
Okay,
Yeah, in
great.
the next 3 4 years.
Yes.
So that if I could plan to retire by 35, maybe
Mm.
I would take 40 or 45 for
Mm-hmm.
that to happen. But a lot of people say that, when you're a business person, you never retire.
Mm.
You
You
only
will get
retire when
more
you die.
aspirations.
That
Yeah.
is correct.
Yeah.
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 You always want to achieve something
Yeah.
else apart from that. It
Mm.
doesn't always have to be on the monetary side,
Mm.
but something that you want to make or create impact,
Yeah.
right? So even you as an entrepreneur, you would know that you want to
Mm.
create impact, and that's
Yes.
not going to stop at
Mm.
certain age.
Yeah.
But I do want to believe that I want to retire.
That's great. But I know that you give priority to your family because you learned that from your own family, that your dad was not achieving the business, even though he got 3 degrees and then he was
Correct.
doing the right business. So can you share a little bit of that pain? I can clearly see that your pain is what you picked up as your power, and then you're transforming your story into a wonderful motivational story for other people. And that's how you are becoming an emerging business entrepreneur, giving motivation for other people, right? So tell me, that story, that pain that you experienced. I know that your grandfather was in a real big position back in India,
Yeah.
and then your dad was like, having all the blessings, or like, that mindset starting business. So tell me about that type of generational journey that you had through this business.
Yeah. My grandfather, who was my dad's dad,
Mm.
was a very successful person, and he was back in my country. He was director of treasury for a state called Andhra
Mhm.
Pradesh, because of which he was always busy. He had to
Yeah.
travel to other states, and he couldn't balance his family life. And
Mm.
my dad, he always used to miss his father,
Hmm.
and he always used to tell me that when he used to go for his basketball games or to play soccer,
Mm.
his friends' fathers were there to encourage him, but not him. So he
Yeah.
used to always miss his father. And my dad, though he was very good at academics and sports, when he promised to himself that when he had family, he would give all the time to the family and
Mhm.
support. So, my dad, I would say that I was one of the main reasons could be that
Mm.
he would have failed because every time I needed him, he was there to support me.
Mhm.
I wanted to play cricket, he was there. I wanted to sing, or I participated in some art competitions or caroms. He was there to support me. He was always there. I didn't know how he was balancing because it's so difficult to even think about leaving your business or your 9 to 5 job to support your kids, right? we as kids can be very demanding at
Mm.
times. We want them to be there, but we don't understand
Yeah.
from their perspective. But he used to always make up to coming and attending me whenever I needed him. And I think that took a toll on his business health.
Mm.
And he was, when I was 13 or 14, he completely trembled upon his business, and he had to go bankrupt. And because that changed a lot in my life, everyone's life in my home.
Mm.
And then I was at a situation where I was blaming myself. Was I? Because kids always do that, right?
Mm.
Because you are at that transformation
Yes,
journey
yeah.
from teens to going to the college and getting introduced to bachelors and that side of college life. But here I was like, there is something that should be done in order to balance.
Mm.
And I promised myself that this time I wouldn't make the mistakes which my grandfather did, my father did.
Mm-hmm.
And this time I'm going to show the
Balance.
world and be an example that I would achieve. I would like give time to my family
Mm.
and ensure that my little one,
Yeah.
who is now 2 years old, by the time he's 15, 16 years old, understands what he needs to do, because I would be setting him an example of his own
Yeah,
father.
that's
Yeah.
great. So I think, what you learned through your family experience, you're picking that and then molding that into a better way and then creating that business world. And then you mentioned about your Winnovation competition last year. And I saw that you were an awardee from Alumni CSU as well. So tell me about that. What did you do there?
So I think when I was a student, right,
Yeah.
because I was able to secure a job in my own field
Mm.
within a few weeks that I landed
Finished.
in
Yeah.
Melbourne.
Mm.
I was always kind of my professor's favorite,
Mm.
because I was not that great. I was not a HT student, to be
Okay.
honest, but I made a mark that it's not impossible, because obviously as a student you wouldn't get a professional job in
Mhm.
IT, right, because of work
Yeah.
restrictions and a lot of competition. You are very young. I was 21 years old, and obviously without experience, you won't be getting
Mm.
a job here locally. But I made those odds seem very realistic,
Mm.
and I set a benchmark so that
Or
people take as an example. So a lot of professors, they did a lot of pitching for me, uh, subconsciously maybe, like they used to go to different classes and say, hey, we've got a guy who's doing really great. He's only into his second semester. He's now a tech lead in a company, one of the largest bread manufacturing companies. You should be like that. And they did a lot of pitching for me and a lot of promotions, right?
Mhm.
Free promotions. Yeah.
Well, they should
And,
have seen something in you. Yeah.
yeah, and then I did apply for the awards a few years ago.
Hmm.
I couldn't get through the finalists, but uh, I tried doing that again, and then I was nominated as finalist for not just one but two categories,
Mm.
young
Yeah, that's
alumni
good.
and entrepreneur
Yeah, I saw that
category.
one. Yeah.
And yeah, I was on cloud nine when I saw that, because you came to Australia, like you can't forget your roots. I started my
Mm.
journey from
Yeah.
Caltech University, and now they're recognizing me and putting me along the other
Mm.
eligible
People.
founders and
Yeah.
people, right? I saw the other names. They were very big names, and my name being in the list, uh, I
It's an
felt
honor.
it's an
Yeah,
honor. Yeah.
yeah, that's great. And I can see different people are picking up different things in you. That means that your vision is really important for you, and then you are working towards that mission. I know that you got a little baby in your family now, but again, your wife is also working towards that great mission. And then it's not only making profit or running a business, it's something giving back to the community through our farmers, and at the same time giving a model of that work-life balance. So my question, coming back to my show usually bring the people who spread love, joy, and peace. And then when we met in that celebration for the finalist one, the good thing that I liked is like, now you one of the very few people come and introduce yourself because you're in a new face, right? Because it's always hard to find out, say hello to new people, and that's clearly showcasing your business, skill set, because you need to introduce yourself and then tell about your business and then get that customer interested in your business. And that's what I can remember about our first conversation. So
Thank
tell
you.
me about your personal skills. You learned a lot, you got real good values. But I believe is that if you want to share something to other people, you need to feel with that in you. So what are the qualities or top three rules that you usually keep in you to be the better person of yourself and giving something back to the community?
Yeah, I always say this to people that I'm a man of integrity.
Mm,
No matter what, I speak truth. I ensure that I speak it in a very subtle manner that might not hurt other feelings, but I ensure that I'm speaking the truth and delivering the right advice.
mm-hmm,
And also that advice also goes to my own self as well,
mm-hmm.
because it is very important to not be delusional
Yeah.
and be realistic. You need to know what's the ground reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Only when you know the reality, that's when you are able to achieve something or you are able to make change,
Yeah.
whatever that in manner that could be, but you're at least able to move from that position.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, knowing truth is very, very important. And that's why this is one of the main reasons why a lot of people also dislike me, because this world has now become a world of being diplomatic,
Mm,
and everyone's being diplomatic because they don't want to come across as a bad person, right?
mm,
Can happen, and can in the world of business can lose potential clients as well.
yeah.
But I, over the course of time, learned that just be real,
Yeah.
and ensure that everyone's around you. So initially, people you can spread a little discomfort in the room, but eventually people will get used to it, and they might also pick that up and can adapt and learn from you.
Mm,
That's what something I've learned. And
mm,
the second important thing is relationships.
mhm.
And also, I've also said this before that your professional life has to complement your personal life and not the other way around. This is
Yeah.
a very, very important core value that you need to have,
Yeah.
because a lot of people miss out on their families, on their own fun, on their own mental health,
Mm,
or they just stop going to gym or they don't work out because they want to achieve something. And in that race, they forget that they also have to live their lives.
mhm.
And by the time they realize it's too late.
Yeah.
And when you shift the focus to ensuring that your personal life is you're
Mm.
happy, then your professional life will be taken care of.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great values, like the integrity in all the things that you're doing. It's a core thing that for you as a person, as a business, and then complementing your personal value into corporate value. I think I love that because all the people do the other way. Like, if you see people at the workplace, they're perfect, they will be really good. But if you look at their personal life, it will be totally different person. So if you are doing that, I think you are mocking or masking something somewhere, right? Maybe in the personal life or in the professional life. So I like those two values for our listeners. If you are listening to me, those two values, not for any business people, not for any other people. Everyone should experience or practice that in our own life to get a better version of yourself. So, before, wrapping up our conversation, I would like to check with you, is there anything that I missed that you should be telling to our audience?
I think what I would like to say to everyone is that start messy, but start now, right? Anything that you want to do,
Yeah.
anything that you want to achieve, maybe your personal life, professional life,
Yeah.
or if you want to say sorry to someone,
Mm,
just don't hold egos. And ego is a killer.
mm,
Even I say that in the world of business, that united we stand, divided we fall.
mm.
If you stay united, you would win always.
Yeah.
But if you run into competition and if you want to show something to someone else that you're
Mhm,
better, you're not going to go anywhere. Maybe you're going to reach a level, but you can't reach the sky, and
mm.
sky is the limit, right? That's what we are looking to achieve. And yeah, So start messy, but start now.
Yeah, I actually like, picking that because, today as we Indian, we celebrate our Indian Independence Day, August
Correct. Yeah.
15th. And then, I was sharing this before this session. My memories is nostalgic memories is like, flag hoisting in India, going to school and getting that lolis. And then, you do have this dress, different people coming in dresses like Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, all those people and talking about their good things and happen. So, do you have anything that you can think of about Indian Independence Day?
I have always sung patriotic songs in my
Uh-huh.
school
Mm-hmm.
during Independence Day and Republic Day.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have a hell lot of memories, if I can recollect.
Uh-huh. You're a good
Absolutely.
singer.
I am that I would like to believe, but
You
uh,
want to sing now?
uh, I could like if you
Yeah,
want to sing,
maybe. Yeah,
maybe if you can join, right?
if I know my song.
We can do
Yeah.
Janagana Mana if you
Oh,
want.
yeah, that's a very good way. Like, back in India, we have our national anthem as well. We all sing in same language. So you're from which state you're from?
I'm
Uh,
from Telangana.
Telangana.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
from Kerala. So we
yeah,
do talk different language,
yeah,
but we have this national anthem in the same language that we
correct.
usually sing together. So I think, maybe we'll finish with a couple of lines from our national anthem.
Yeah,
And so do you have any message for us to share? Or you mentioned that, start with mess, but start now
yeah.
and then try to make sure that we open and then do things with integrity and that work-life balance. So that's the key message that I'm picking up from you. As a young entrepreneur, like, if you look at you, like, I can clearly think like, oh, you are already in that business world. So when do I need to start all those things? But as a young business person, for the people who are out there starting all this business, do you have any specific message to tell them? Like, that yes, start with mess, that's okay. But anything like, financial planning or any other mentoring or anything that you think, okay, you should start with this, something.
Okay, when we talk about financial mentoring, we talk about investments. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of times when people invest into something else, the best investment that you could do yourself is to find yourself a
Mm-hmm.
business. Let's say someone like me who is full time into their business role, right? Like tech business or something. A lot of people might not resonate with it, right? So instead, you could get yourself a franchisee
Mm-hmm.
business or something that you could run on the side. That is very, very important. So that you can that would get you covered. Let's say you lose your
Mm-hmm.
job or you want to quit your job, you're not happy with it.
Yeah.
You have got something else to roll by your
Yep.
side,
Mm-hmm.
and just not the real estate property,
Mm-hmm.
but get yourself a business. Or if you don't have anything, at least try to get into doing something else on the side,
Yeah, I
which is
think
very
it's
important.
always good to have a mindset of business rather than stuck on your business side, right?
That is
Like at
correct.
the plan, like at stuck on your idea, just start something on. So I actually looking at my Facebook Live people, Robin and Nita, thank you for watching us. And we are talking about a young entrepreneur finalist of our Wyndham Business Award and thinking about all the youngsters out there and then planning to start business. The core values that we discussed here is to have that passion, always be in continued with integrity, and then make sure that you complement your personal life to your professional life. So those are the two main points that I am picking from Jawwad Khan. And then we wish all the very best. And then the competition, the results will come in September, right? September 12th.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
So we will be sharing all the good news in September, who will win. But I always believe if you are in top four, that means you are already a winner. So that's the reason why Javed is here and then talking about his life, his passion, and then his connection to that community, spreading love, joy, and peace. So as I mentioned before, we are trying to share our patriotic song, our national anthem, to finalize the finish our conversation here. So, do you want to start?
Yeah. जन गण मन
मन
अधिनायक
अधिनायक जय
जय
हे
हे
भारत
भारत भाग्य
भाग्य
विधाता।
विधाता।
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात
गुजरात
मराठा
मराठा
द्राविड
द्रविड़ उत्कल
उत्कल वंगा,
बंगा
विंध्य
विंध्य
हिमाचल
हिमाचल
यमुना
यमुना
गंगा,
गंगा
उच्चल
उच्चल
जलधि
जलधि
तरंगा।
तरंगा।
तव
तव
शुभ
शुभ
नामे
नामे
जाहे,
जाहे
तव
तव
शुभ
शुभ
आशीष
आशीष
मागे।
मागे
गाहे
गाहे
तव
तव
जय
जय
गाथा।
गाथा।
जन
जन
गण
गण
मंगल
मंगल
दायक
दायक
जय
जय
हे
हे
भारत
भारत
भाग्य
भाग्य
विधाता।
दाता।
जय हे, जय हे, जय हे, जय
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 जय जय
जय हे। जय हिंद।
हे। Jai Hind. So that's what our give back to our community, to all our Indian brothers and sisters celebrating Indian Independence Day today. At the same time, we are celebrating the Assumption of Mother Mary, and then all our Catholic friends. We wish you all the blessings, and then blessings and then wishes of this great festival that we are celebrating on this very special day. Again, Javed, thank you so much for
Thank you so
coming and
much.
then sharing your story that you haven't shared anywhere, just for us on this Win FM show called Dominus Missy. And all the very best for your future. And then I am so sure and I'm believing in your passion and in your
Thank you.
determination to become the best entrepreneur and then, get all your dreams come true. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having me.
you.
Thank you.
So that's my wonderful conversation with Jawed Khan. And then we bless and then wish all the very best for his family and at the same time for his business. So that's what my cloud services. And if you want to know how this robotics world is helping all the supply chain and all the farmers around the world, connect with my cloud services and then Javed will be your wonderful business partner to help your daily life, your business, your agriculture needs. And this is all coming from Wyndham. So, Wyndham, we should be so proud of our skill set within the Wyndham and then helping Wyndham to be the best place to live. This is Bismi Palatty on 88.9 FM.